Hundreds of people took to the streets of downtown Raleigh today protesting President Trump's actions in the first 2 weeks of his second term. It was part of a nationwide protest. Organizers called for 50 states, 50 protests against Project 2025. WRAL's Eric Miller joins us now live outside the state capitol in downtown Raleigh. And Eric, the last couple of protesters started leaving within the last 10 minutes.
And Deborah, it took almost 5 hours for this group to finally decide to wrap things up and head home. They certainly changed over the course of the day. Earlier, we saw a lot more older folks, a lot more retirees out here protesting. This afternoon and this evening, the crowd much younger, much more immigrants and children of immigrants. Still, all of these people trying to send a message right to the White House. In downtown Raleigh, nearly 1,000 marchers on the move, all with one target, President Trump.
He should never be in office to begin with.
This crowd focused on a grab bag of issues, all tied back to the president, from his cabinet picks to his immigration and LGBTQ policies to the role Elon Musk is playing in his White House.
Because Elon Musk wasn't elected by any of us.
Education, not deportation.
These protests were kicked off by the 5051 movement, which began anonymously online and spread through social media sites like Reddit.
No Trump, no KKK.
Local organizers say the real-world impact has far exceeded expectations.
And I love this country. I love everything it stands for. And it's just really upsetting to see, for me, like just where it's going, and it's really scary.
Trans rights are human rights.
And here outside the state capitol, seeing a smaller group of protesters just start to walk away here. We're continuing to follow any other stragglers that are popping up here this afternoon and this evening. Now, so far, the White House and Elon Musk, they've not weighed in on these protests either here in Raleigh or across the country, but we have heard from some North Carolina Republicans, including former House Speaker and current Congressman Tim Moore. The congressman posting on Twitter that it looked like these protesters had, quote, Trump derangement syndrome. We're, of course, continuing to follow all of this. We'll bring you updates as soon as we get them. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
Within the past hour, President Trump signed an executive order banning transgender girls from participating in women's sports. This was a campaign issue for Republicans in the fall. On the campaign trail, after he won, President Trump referred to transgender women as men and pledged to keep them out of women's sports. A second federal judge blocked President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship. The judge said it's likely unconstitutional. The case was brought by 5 pregnant women whose babies could be affected by it and 2 immigrant rights groups. The president's proposal to forcibly move hundreds of thousands of Palestinians out of Gaza and into neighboring countries is drawing global reaction. Within his own party, opinions have been mixed. House Speaker Mike Johnson said he would support the president, while Senator Rand Paul said, quote, "We have no business contemplating yet another occupation."